Magandang tanghali po sa ating lahat. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsama sa amin ngayong tanghaling ito sa ating press conference kasama ang ating chairperson ng Special Task Force Degamo, our DILG Secretary Benjamin Abalos Jr. and co-vice chairperson ng STF Degamo na si DOJ Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla. Over the last few weeks, our security and law enforcement agencies have been working tirelessly to get the bottom of the brutal killing of Governor Degamo and several others. With the clear directive of the President, the DND, and the Armed Forces of the Philippines and its intelligence unit, for our part, collaborated with our partners in the PNP, the DILG, and the NBI, and also with the NICA to help build the case against the suspects. Nitong nakaraang Biyernes lamang po, nagpahayag nga po ng ating kagalang-galang na Justice Secretary na nahuli ng NBI ang isa sa pangunahing suspects. At wala rin pong humpay na maging operasyon ng Joint Task Force Negros doon po sa baba, yung ating mga armed forces at saka yung PNP, na mapanatili ang kaligtasan at seguridad ng komunidad sa Negros sa kabila ng nakabahalang insidenteng ito. Bagamat marami-rami na rin po ang kailangang upang tuluyang resolve ang kasong ito, binabati po namin ang lahat ng ahensya, lalo-lalo na ang ating Intelligence Service of the Philippines, ang ating Armed Forces of the Philippines, ang ating pong AP and PNP, at saka ang ating pong NBI sa agaran pong epektibong aksyon nitong mga nakaraang linggo. Ang DND at ang Armed Forces po ay patuloy na nandito upang magbigay ng suporta at sundin ang direktiba ng ating Presidente at ang ating task force commander tungo sa ating minimiting hustisya para sa pamilya ni Governor Degamo at ng mamamayan ng Negros Oriental. So on behalf of the DND and AP team, we really support kung ano po yung mga gagawin po natin pa sa mga sa STF Degamo. And we rest assured that the Armed Forces of the Philippines is always here with the DOJ and the DND in order to resolve other cases. Yan po ang masabi po namin sa inyo na kami po ay magtutulungan upang malutas po natin ang seguridad at ang problema sa seguridad ng ating bayan. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Sec. Charlie, of course, sa AFP, sa DND. No? At gusto ko naman mong ibigay ang mikropono sa ating kapartner naman po rito, ang Secretary ng Department of Justice na kung saan po, andyan niya po ang NBI. Secretary Boying Remulla po.
Maraming salamat. 31 araw na po mula nung pinatay si Governor Degamo sa kanyang tahanan sa Pamplona, Negros Oriental. At during this time, the Department of Justice has been working tooth and nail to solve this case, to bring justice to those who have been violated, and to catch those who violated the law to this gruesome act of violence. With the help of the NBI and the NPS, together with, of course, the DILG, the PNP, and most especially, I would say, the Armed Forces of the Philippines through the ISAF and their other special units, we can say that we have made significant progress in finally putting this case to a close. In fact, last Friday, March 31, on the 28th day of the killing of Governor Degamo, the NBI, together with the other elements of the task force, arrested Marvin Miranda, who we suspect to be one of the masterminds in the murder. Currently, he's with the NBI. To date, we have 11 suspects under NBI custody, and we have accounted for all those directly involved in the killing of Governor Degamo and 8 others. The 11 have been or will be charged with multiple murder, frustrated murder, as well as attempted murder. In addition, some of the suspects will be charged with illegal possession of firearms and explosives. Some of these cases have already been turned over to the DOJ. And to the DOJ main office for the handling of active prosecution in court for criminal cases. While some have been filed for preliminary investigation before the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor of Negros Oriental and the Office of the Prosecutor General. Now, with regard to Congressman Arnie Teves, cases for illegal possession of firearms and explosives were referred for inquest with the Office of the Prosecutor General. In line with this, the cases for illegal possession of firearms and explosives were referred for further preliminary investigation in order to ascertain if Congressman Arnie Teves is one of those who has actual and or constructive possession of the firearms recovered. In addition to these inquest cases, an additional case for murder was filed for preliminary investigation with the Office of the Prosecutor General against Congressman Arnie Teves. This was filed March 8, 2023. On another note, with regards to a certain lawyer who has attempted to visit the respondents in the NBI Detention Center, we will proceed with caution. None of the respondents have engaged the services of this so-called lawyer, despite having been asked multiple times. We cannot let strangers to the case force their involvement. The integrity of this high-profile and politically charged case is of utmost importance. We are now doing our due diligence to see the background of this lawyer to make sure his presence does not jeopardize the case at hand. Last Friday, March 31, I also signed Department Circular number 20, which I believe will be a game changer in improving the conviction rate in criminal cases. It will elevate the country's prosecution success rate by improving the current investigation and case build-up process through the closer coordination between prosecutors and law enforcement agencies. Well, you can rest assured that the Department of Justice has been and will always be committed to evidence-based prosecution of suspects in order to preserve the integrity of the investigation as well as that of the department. It is in the best interest of the suspects as well as that of the government to resolve this case with utmost respect for legal processes as well as the rights of individuals. Now, going to the role of Marvin, who I said is a major player and one of the masterminds. Kung sa sine natin tingnan to, no? It's an analogy to a movie. Si Marvin was a director, props, producer of the props, and casting director. Siya po yung nag-recruit ng mga tao. Siya ang talagang kumuha sa mga tao at nag-recruit sa kanila. Si Congressman Teves was the producer or executive producer of the whole production. Ang problema lang, hindi sine. Totoo po yun nangyari. Talagang pinatay nila si Governor Degamo at 8 pa rin ang dinamay nilang pinatay rin at marami nasaktan. At yung mga actors dito, yung mga nakakulong ngayon, 11 yung nakakulong ngayon, no? 11. Ang nakakulong ngayon, 11 of them, but of course, meron pang at large. Pero, tapos na po. Nakita na natin, kumbaga sa police, case closed na to, prosecution na tayo pagkatapos. But we know who masterminded it, at least 2 of them, and we know who did it, yung 11 kasama sa pinakita namin pictures kanina, sila po ang kasama. And ganon na po yan. We will move on to the next cases afterwards. But of course, there will be other edges that we will have to smoothen out dito sa kasong ito. But we believe that we are there already on the way to achieving justice in more ways than one. So, yun po ang aking sasabihin ngayong hapon. Salamat po.
Thank you very much to our SOJ, Honorable Secretary Jesus Remulla, sir. Can we proceed now, sir, to the question hour, sir? So before we start our question hour, may we request our friends from the media to kindly limit your 1 for one question and one follow-up so we could accommodate others. But if we have enough time later, we could probably make a second round. So to start the ball rolling, sir, I call on Mr. Mar Gabriel of Net25, followed by Ms. Leia Ilagan of UNT.
Sir, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Sir, ngayong hawak na natin yung mga main players and yung mga conspirator, ano pa hong kulang para makapag-file tayo ng kaso sa mga tinuturong mastermind, sir?
Due process kasi ang ino-observe natin. Hindi natin pwedeng kasuhan ng walang preliminary investigation yung dalawa. At ganoon ang ginagawa natin ngayon sapagkat ang requirement ng batas ay payagan sila sumagot muna ng kanilang counter affidavit at saka natin huhusgahan at i-file ng panel of prosecutors bago ito file sa korte. Ay, ganun po eh. It's due process we have to observe. We have to observe what the law has set aside for the rights of the accused. Yun lang po ang iniintay natin. But otherwise, tapos na po ang boxing, nahuli na po ang lahat.